Renovating in Strata. The 7 easy steps for your renovation journey. You've picked the perfect colours, decided on your model, you've even lined up your contractors. You have planned every last detail of your renovations, right? Wait, did you know there are 3 kinds of renovation works in Strata? Cosmetic works, which do not require Strata approval, minor works, which require Strata approval by the way of Section 110 motion, and major works, which require Strata approval in the form of a registered bylaw. If you live in a strata, you're not ready to start your renovations works until you have the approval of your owner's corporation. This approval will often be in the form of a registered bylaw. A renovations work bylaw is a set of agreed rules between yourself as the owner of your lot and the other owners in your strata scheme, the owner's corporation. These rules will describe what kind of changes you are allowed to make and clarify who has responsibility for repairing, maintaining your renovations works in the future. These are the steps you'll need to follow to make sure your bylaw is legally valid. Step 1. Draft the bylaw. Your bylaw will need to describe the renovations works that you are planning on doing to your lot property, as well as the location of those works. Importantly, the bylaw will also need to describe any impact your works will have on common property, such as the waterproofing in your bathroom or external walls. You can have a lawyer draft the bylaw for you, or you can generate a bylaw through DIY bylaws. Step 2. Before the meeting. You will need to give your draft bylaw to your strata manager. This is so your bylaw can be included in the agenda for the next general meeting of your owner's corporation. Your owner's corporation will also need a motion to include with your bylaw and your written consent to your rights being voted on at the meeting. A lawyer can draft a motion and consent form for you, or if you use DIY bylaws, the motion and consent form will be included with your bylaw. Remember, your neighbours may not be on the same schedule as your renovation. If your owner's corporation weren't planning on having a meeting during the time that you would like your bylaw approved, you may need to pay for the cost of holding an additional meeting. Step 3. The agenda. The notice of meeting agenda, including your motion and draft bylaw, will be sent out to the other lot owners in your scheme, usually 21 days before the meeting. Make sure you've given your signed consent form to your managing agent. This has to be done before the general meeting. Step 4. The general meeting. The members of your owner's corporation attending the general meeting will vote on each of the motions on the agenda, including your motion for your bylaw. Your motion will need to be specially resolved. Step 5. Consolidation. Every time a scheme makes a new bylaw, the new bylaw needs to be added to the list of the rest of the scheme's bylaws. This is called consolidating the bylaws. A lawyer or your strata manager can assist you with this process. In some schemes, the owner's corporation may pay for the consolidation of your bylaw. However, you should note that your owner's corporation may prefer not to if your bylaw is the only one that needs to be added to the list. This will mean that, as the lot owner, you will need to cover the costs of preparing the document, which is required to register your bylaw. Step 6. Registration. A bylaw has no legal force or effect until it has been registered with the Land Registry Services. This means that if you have any disagreements with your neighbours about your renovations works later down the line, you can go back to the registered bylaw to check the scope of the works that was approved, as well as any conditions of the owner's corporation's approval. A lawyer or your strata manager can assist you with making sure that your bylaw is registered. This will involve additional costs for attending Land Registry Services and paying a lodgement fee. Don't wait. You will need to register your bylaw within 6 months of the general meeting at which your bylaw was considered. Step 7. Start your renovations. Now that you have completed your strata renovation steps, you can begin your renovation journey. Good luck. Start your strata renovation journey. DIYbylaws.com.au. We're here to help. Inquiries at Bannermans.com.au. For a copy of our renovation steps and our lot and common property diagram, please click the button below.